Dear students, you are welcome to this class of biology, particularly botany. This class we are going to discuss ribosome and cytoskeleton. Ribosome you might be listening or you might have heard this, but cytoskeleton probably not. So, we will be discussing ribosome and cytoskeleton and one or two more important organelles in the cell. In that context, first come to the oleosomes, where the lipids are stored in the oil seeds, specifically groundnut, mustard and others. Where the oils are stored, these lipids are hydrophobic and the membrane is half a unit membrane. If you look at this structure, this is hydrophilic region, but this region, the tail of the phospholipid is a hydrophobic. That is why these hydrophobic tails are in contact with the hydrophobic lipid molecules. So, therefore, oleosomes are organelles surrounded by half a unit membrane, vacuole and others, they are surrounded by a complete unit membrane comprising of two layers. Here only half a layer is present. You can compare this to the structure of plasma membrane, which is a bilayer. All other membranes are bilayers, but this oleosome is surrounded by half a unit membrane and it stores lipids and found in the oil storage organs of the plants, especially the oil seeds. Then about proteins, where the proteins are stored in the plants, especially the vacuoles store proteins and they are called as protein bodies. In contrast to this oleosome, protein bodies are surrounded by a complete unit membrane comprising of two lipid bilayers and other proteins. Okay. But where the protein bodies are found? We might have seen rice. Rice has its fruit covering, below that there is a brown layer and that brown layer is called aleuron. That aleuron has protein bodies. There we can find the protein bodies. That is why it is written aleuron. This is the red and outermost part just below the cover, fruit cover of the rice grain, and there we will find that layer is aleuron, and in the sub aleuron layer below that, in the starchy seeds, especially wheat, rice, all these we will be getting protein bodies. Next we are coming to ribosomes. So, ribosomes, the workbench of protein synthesis. We are discussing a lot proteins and other things, where they are synthesized, from what they are synthesized. Genes or DNA, they give rise to messenger RNA, and as we have learnt, in eukaryotic cell messenger RNA comes to the cytoplasm through nuclear pore, and then the messenger RNA which carry message, it is read by ribosome. Ribosomes are particles, small particles. Chemically, they are made of ribosomal RNA, a kind of RNA, as it constitutes the ribosome. That is why the name ribosomal RNA, rRNA. They are the most abundant RNA, comprising 80% RNA of a cell and polypeptides. So, chemically ribosomes are made of rRNA 60% and 40% by weight is polypeptides. So, chemically they are ribonucleoprotein, ribonucleic acid plus protein. That is why it is called ribonucleoprotein particles, right. In 43, Albert Claude observed these tiny particles, but he could not do anything further, but he observed these. But George Palade isolated these from animal cells in 1955. Okay. That is why sometimes these ribosomes are called as Palade particles. Now, and he found from these animal cells and found them to be rich in RNA. I told you composition wise, weight wise, each ribosome is around 66% pro RNA and 40% nearly protein. So, Albert Cloud, Christian Dubé, who discovered your lysosome, George Palade, they are responsible for discovering a lot about internal structures of a cell. That is why in 1974 they were given a Nobel Prize in physiology and medicine. Now, you come to the ribosome. Ribosome consists of two parts. Remember, it consists of two parts. This is a large subunit and this is small subunit, and these two subunits give rise to complete ribosome. Complete ribosome. You can see here my fist. If this is small one, this is large one. It is small subunit and this is large subunit. So, normally when not engaged in protein synthesis, they are in dissociated form, they are in free form, they are not attached. Complete ribosome you will not find if they are not engaged in protein synthesis, but when messenger RNA comes and they go and bind to the messenger RNA, then only complete ribosome assembles or forms. So, when not engaged in protein synthesis, subunit forms exist, and this complete ribosome occurs when they are engaged in protein synthesis being attached to the messenger RNA. So, depending on the size, there are two types of ribosome, one is 80S and another is 70S. S is the unit that refers to the Sedberg unit. Sedberg unit refers to the sedimentation coefficient in ultracentrifugation. Okay. So, 70S, 80S ribosome, but larger ribosomes, they are found in the cytocells of eukaryotic cells, but 70S ribosome are found in prokaryotic cells. And in the previous class, as I told you, chloroplasts and mitochondria, they are of prokaryotic origin. Okay, they retain this feature. What feature? 70S ribosome, like bacterial cells, is also present in mitochondria as well as chloroplast. So, in eukaryotic cells, two types of ribosome, these are organellar ribosome and this is cytoplasmic ribosome. Cytosol re 80S thai and 70S is found in chloroplast and mitochondria, and further 70S is also found in bacterial cells or prokaryotic cells. Now, so now let me discuss what is this. I told you this consists of many number of rRNA molecules and polypeptides, these also. Okay. They are engaged in protein synthesis. As I told you, in ATS, ATS is a cytoplasmic ribosome, it is found in the cytoplasm. In the previous class, we discussed that some of the ribosomes are attached to the endoplasmic reticulum. That means, they are bound to the ER, making that rough, and others are available free in the cytosol. So, depending on their attachment, cytosolic free ribosome and rough endoplasmic attached ribosomes. Okay. So, ATS ribosome is responsible for synthesis of proteins in the cytoplasm and 70S in the organelles of eukaryotic cell. So, they simply, as it seems it is a structure, but in reality in X-ray diffraction pattern it looks something different, but it consists of two subunits. In high concentration of magnesium, these two associate. Then what this structure which seems to be simple, this seems to be simple, but in reality this is not simple. This is a machine, this is a machine. It is made of molecules, two kinds of molecules, proteins and RNA, but what it does? If you see this wire, this is messenger RNA, this is messenger RNA, and ribosome binds to this messenger RNA and moves in this manner, just stepwise. What I mean to say, ribosome reads the message in messenger RNA, and accordingly protein is synthesized by tRNA and tRNA. Okay. So, their role can be best exemplified, explained during the time of protein synthesis, but this is not a simple structure. This is a molecular machine. It moves in a programmed manner. आमे समस्त शुणिथिबा गोटे कोडन गोटे टर्म कोडन is a 3 nucleotides in the messenger RNA. It moves in a programmed manner, just 3 nucleotides at a time. आमे जेमती बहिर गोटे गोटे वर्ड को पढ़ी पढ़ी सेंटेंस को कंप्लीट करूछंती सेंदे मेसेंजर आरएनए रे राइबोसोम स्लाइड करी करी जीवो, मूव करी करी जीवो। थरेके केते बाट मूव करियो ना 3टा न्यूक्लियोटाइड बा 3टा बेस, तो 3 bases at a time, 3 base they form a codon. So, first codon, second codon, third codon, accordingly they move. So, this is a molecular machine, and subsequently we will be coming across its role while we proceed to molecular genetics in the second year. Okay. If you look at this diagram, this thread that is in light green, this is nothing but messenger RNA. Messenger RNA has 5' end and 3' end. DNA ho ba RNA ho, DNA chain ho ba RNA chain ho, each has polarity. The two ends like a snake, head and tail, they are different. This is the head end, growing end, and this is the tail end. So, this is the polar structure. What is seen? This ribosome in the beginning was attached to this, and gradually it has moved this to this end, to the 3' end, and it has synthesized a long protein. And similarly, this is the first one. It has already some time back it was attached at this point, and gradually it has moved and finished protein synthesis. Protein is released, and the ribosomes are no more attached to the messenger RNA, they are released from the messenger RNA. So, this is the second one, this is the third one, fourth one, fifth one, and these are going to sit, or they have just sat on this and started synthesizing protein. What I can say, while the messenger RNA या माने कौन ना गोटे बही जे पर्यंत अक्षुर्ण अच्छी, I can read, my successor can read, his successor can read, 5 जन subsequently पढ़ी परिबे. So, the messenger RNA, as long as it is stable, the same messenger RNA can be read or translated by several ribosomes. So, around 10 to 20 ribosomes are arranged from one end to the other, from 5' end to the 3' end, and the oldest are the 3' end and youngest, or just it has started translating at the 5' end. So, this is the direction of ribosome movement, and this structure is polysome or polyribosome, or in short polyribosome, or in short polysome. So, this is about ribosome. Next we will be coming to the cytoskeleton. You just look at, by the time I am telling a good introduction to you people. Here I move, I have a shape, I can stand well because of the vertebral column. My ear is having a particular shape, that is because of cartilage. So, our skeleton made of bones, different pieces of bones and cartilage gives shape to our body, and that also enables us to move. But these bones and cartilages do not change their position or do not change their shape. एमती नो हाड़ एबे अच्छी सांगे सांगे ता शेप चेंज कर दो. But what I mean to say, bones and cartilages are permanent structures, and they enable us to move and work. Similarly, if I ask you how many types of cells in my body are there, retina cells are there, tongue cells are there, epithelial cells in the gut, ये जो gut अच्छी तार epithelial cells ब्रश बॉर्डर एपिथेलियम ताकू कहंदी ब्रश बॉर्डर एपिथेलियम आरबीसी you might have seen the structure of RBC. So, human body cell atlas reveals that there are 200 types of cells, around 200 types of cells in our body. Nerve cell आमे देखी छंती चित्र रे, egg cell को देखी छंती, but all the cells are surrounded by a kind of plasma membrane. Plant cell को shape दउची cell wall, but such kind of rigid structure is not found in the animal cells. But in spite of any rigid structure, there is no rigid structure in the animal cells. Animal cells, you can see there is no rigid structure inside. Okay, but still RBC, neurons, egg cells, epithelial cells, they are different. How they are? The cellular morphology or morphology of the cell types is different because of an internal skeleton. Within the cell there is a skeleton, not made of bones and cartilages. They are made of protein fibers. They are made of protein fibers. And we say these are very static structures because this length is there, its shape is there, and after 5 days, 5 years it will be also there. But the cytoskeletal structures, the protein filaments, now they have a particular length, but after some time, few minutes, the length of the protein filaments decreases. So, they are not permanent. What I mean to say, the bones and cartilages are static structures, but they are dynamic. They assemble, tiyari huanti, ebong bhangi janti. That's why cytoskeleton means cell skeleton, not made of bones and cartilages, rather they are made of protein filaments of different types and assemble, disassemble very quickly, making the cell functions, structures like this. So, look at this. This is a part of a cell, part of the cell. This is the brush border epithelium. आमे जदि देखिबा, आमे डस्ट बेले बेले आमर गलारे लगी जाए, आमे ता कफअप कले डस्टा बाहरी आसे लाड़े. But where the dusts are filtered, they are filtered in the nose region as well as ultimately in the neck region, in the windpipe there is brush border. Say epithelial cell, lining cell ro bristles bhadya, brush bhadya sabu bristles bahar thibo, and I can say this is one bristle, this is another bristle, another bristle. So ये bristle एटा होची plasma membrane टा. ये plasma membrane उठीची पुणी खसीची उठीची खसीची एमती. What has made this structure? ना ता तळे गोटे टाइप रो प्रोटीन फिलामेंट्स अछंती, ता ना होची actin filaments. You see इनिशियली ताकू गोटे लाइन लाइन करके देखा जी, बट ताकू मैग्निफाई करके देखाई छी एगुडा होची सेही भला. तान actin filaments make the cell brush border. Taman they provide shape to this, and below that there is your intermediate filaments. I will come to that. So actin filaments, intermediate filaments, and this blue color is your microtubules. So this is attached to the nuclear envelope, Golgi. From the Golgi you can see Golgi ru jo vesicle baharuchi. In the previous class we came vesicles originating from the Golgi, they move to the plasma membrane. How they move? What is the mechanism? Because it is the liquid, but how quickly, in what direction they move? Here comes the role of the protein filaments called microtubules. I will be coming to this. So now brush border epithelium is due to the actin filaments, intermediate filaments are there, their role will be explained further, and these are microtubules. So microtubules, intermediate filaments and actin filaments, they are the three kinds of protein filaments. They together constitute the cell skeleton or cytoskeleton, which is found in eukaryotic cells. They are not found in prokaryotic cells. They are not abundant as it is in eukaryotic cells. Okay. So, now here you can see nerve cells action padichanti, dendrites padichanti, how the dendrites have maintained their shape, and it is because of the actin filaments. So, actin filaments simply आमे जदि बुझिबा गोटे पॉलीथिन सिंपल पूरा पतला पॉलीथिन टाको आमे एमती आंगुठी पूरी एमती रखिबा एवं पॉलीथिन टाको एमती कर दवा से पॉलीथिन टा एमती प्रोजेक्टेड हे रहिबो एंड दीज प्रोजेक्शंस आर बिकॉज ऑफ व्हाट ना द फिंगर्स. सो आउटर रु देखिले पॉलीथिन एमती प्रोजेक्टेड हे अछि किंतु भितरे ता तळे पॉलीथिन टा जदि प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन हुए ता तळे स्ट्रक्चर गुडा अछंती किए ना actin filaments. So, actin filaments provide shape to the cell in most cases, but you can see this. ए गोटे डायग्राम रू जदि आमे बुझिबा पई चाहबा we can understand what a cell skeleton is. Cell skeleton is or cytoskeleton is. You can see एटा होची सेंट्रोजोम. ओके एटा भी सेंट्रोजोम पोल जो पड़छन मेरू सेल रो दीटा मेरू and these red structures dita chromosome dekhaichi. Now they are moving towards this pole, but this is an animal cell undergoes constriction. एठी कोन हेची ना भितरे प्लाज्मा मेम्ब्रेन भितरे गोटे रिंग ऑफ देयर इज ए रिंग ऑफ actin filaments that contracts से स्ट्रक्चर टा कोन हो धीरे धीरे कॉन्ट्रैक्ट करी आसीबो किंतु बाहरु लागुची जे कोन ना देयर इज constriction of the plasma membrane, narrowing of the plasma membrane from outside, but in reality inner to the plasma membrane there is a ring of actin filaments where along with actin myosin muscle contracting protein is there. They are responsible for the contraction of this. So, this is the function of cytoskeleton. These are the microtubules. Okay. Spindle fiber, Tarkutantu or something in Odia we have, I do not remember well, Tarkutantu. These spindle fibers are nothing. जे कि क्रोमोजोम को मेरु आड़ को टाणी की निए से स्पिंडल फाइबर को तैयारी ना दे आर मेड ऑफ माइक्रोट्यूबुल्स. स्पिंडल फाइबर्स आर मेड ऑफ माइक्रोट्यूबुल्स. their length decreases. Listen, initially this chromosome was here, but now this spindle fiber is pulling the chromosome towards the pole, but side by side this spindle fiber is decreasing in length. In the beginning I told you very quickly they assemble means they increase in length and they also decrease in length, and that is the dynamic nature of cytoskeleton. So, from these three diagrams, this is nerve cell, this is animal cell dividing, and this is broad border epithelial cell of animals. Okay, and we can see what role they play na structure and support, intracellular transport. This thing we do not know. I will tell you how. Intracellular transport, contractility, here contraction of the membrane takes place, and that is because of actin filaments, and motility. Spatial organs, space ru spatial adjective, mane how this Golgi takes a position near to the nucleus and the convex side to this side and concave side to this side. So, that is also because of the cytoskeleton. Okay. Now, I can tell you cytoskeleton consists of three kinds. Here is another diagram. You can see this is plasma membrane. केही केबे भाबिछंती आमे जदि गोटे बेलून नियंती, बेलून फुंका हेची एवं ताकू दी पटु एंते हातरे चिपिबा, हाउ कैन दैट रिमेन? मु कहा कथा कहूँ आरबीसी टा हूँ बाइकनकेव चेप्टा दहीबरा भाया बरा जमी दी पटु हाथ मारदे पशि जाए सेमती आरबीसी सेपटा हूँ से भाया, बट गोटे बेलून टाकू आमे सेमती चिपिक रखा तार छाड़देले विल इट मेंटेन द शेप और इट विल गेट बैक अगेन फ्लैट माने नॉर्मल स्ट्रक्चर पळै आसीबो, किंतु आरबीसी मेंटेन इट्स शेप बिकॉज ऑफ द प्रोटीन फिलामेंट्स. They are these intermediate filaments and microfilaments, they are responsible for the shape, and if you read this thing, these are nothing but the microfilaments, cytoskeleton. When the question of cytoskeleton came, when technique, that means microscopy, electron microscopy, then fluorescence microscopy. Fluorescence, light will fluoresce because certain dyes are given. Fluorescence microscopy and electron microscopy and other video cinematography. Video cinematography, cinema रे जेमती रनिंग चली सेमती animal cell in culture, animal cell during division, they are photographed in a moving mode, and there the behavior of all these protein filaments are observed. So, video cinematography, fluorescence microscopy and electron microscopy helped scientists to study what are the cytoskeletal components, how they are present within the cell, what they do, and other functions were revealed. So, a lot of information was obtained on cytoskeleton after 1960 when fluorescence microscopy came into being. So, now I told you three types of protein filaments, that there are three kinds of protein filaments, they constitute the cytoskeleton of cells. So, one is microfilament. Let me tell you microfilament, intermediate filaments, and the next slide there is microtubules. So, this is of 7 nanometer thickness, this is of 10 nanometer thickness, and the last one is 25 nanometer. 7 nanometer is the first one, last one is 25 nanometer. As this one comes in between around 10 to 11 nanometer, that is why it is called intermediate filaments, but structurally all are different. Now, these globules, these are globular proteins. So, actin is a protein, actin is a protein, it is a twisted double strand, twisted double strand. आमे जो माली लगाती माली पर्ल माली, आमे जदि से पर्ल माली की धरिकी गोटे एंड फिक्स करिकी आउरे एंड बुले बुले आनिबा डेफिनेटली गोटे ता ऊपर गुड़े गुड़े ही आसीबो, जेंति फ्लेक्सिबल एयर गोटे ऊपर गोटे गुड़े गुड़े ही आछंती, सेमती जदि पर्लर मालीटा को आमे गुड़े की आनंती से सेमती ट्विस्टेड ही आसीबो. बट एठे व्हाट मेक्स द चेन ना these globular proteins called actin filaments, they make the chain. Similarly, ये जे ऊपर आछि एठे तळे पुणी ऊपर एमती like this. So, now this is of 7 nanometer thickness. So, a microfilament because of thin lowest thickness, that is 7 nanometer, that is why called microfilament. As it consists of actin molecules, that is why the name is actin filament. Second one is intermediate filaments. You can see it is rope like structure. This is one protofilament. Such 8 filaments constitute this. Intermediate filaments are flexible rods about 10 nanometer in diameter, and each intermediate filament consists of components called protofilaments composed of coiled protein subunits. So, this is bundle, this is a bundle of 8 protofilaments comprising the rod like structures, and let me tell you, these intermediate filaments provide shape to the nuclear lamina, sorry nucleus. आमे पढ़िछन nucleus is spherical, आमे nucleus envelope पढ़िछन, nuclear envelope, outer membrane, inner membrane तले गोटे लामिना थाए, गोटे लेयर, thin layer of protein filaments, जेमिति कि आमे envelope किणुछंदी ऊपरे पेपर ता तले खंडे कपड़ा दे जाली कपड़ा, that strengthens that. Similarly, nuclear envelope comprises of outer membrane, inner to that this intermediate filaments, they form a chain, sorry network, that is why it is called nuclear lamina. So, here I can say you nuclear lamina is made of intermediate filaments and they provide shape to that spherical shape. Third one is microtubule, not tube, as it is very narrow in the range of nanometer, that is why it is tubule, microtubule. So, microtubules are manufactured in cell by adding dimers. So, now you can see there is a polarity in the microtubule, there is a plus end, another is minus end. in the plus end globular proteins called alpha tubulin and beta tubulins. They assemble to form dimer, and these dimers are added at this end. So, this one is called the polymerization end, growing end, and this one you can see eto se gota chadusuni ba when they dissociates its length decreases. So, each microtubule is formed of dimers of tubulin alpha and beta. So, this dimer is a monomer. ये जो दीटा ग्लोबुलर प्रोटीन एकाठी they come and join. Similarly, from this end two at a time also disassemble, depolymerize. So, as a result of which the microtubule has a thickness or diameter of 25 nanometer. Okay, 25 nanometer. What I can say, the interior is hollow, right. This is of 25 nanometer, this thickness, but longitudinally this is one protofilament. Similar, this is another protofilament. Likewise, 13 protofilaments in periphery arranged by their non-covalent interaction give a tubular structure. It is called alpha and beta, microtubule. So, in each protofilament जोटा देखी बर्तमान alpha beta करके चली. So, a microtubule is a hollow structure, it is a dynamic structure, it has a plus end as well as minus end, growing end and depolymerizing end, and they are responsible for forming the spindle fibers in this. Okay. ये जो जिनसटा मुझे कहीं ना none of us, even me, we do not see the structures, but by computer generated model, microscope photographs, whether electron or fluorescence, and biochemical assay, we students are gradually developing concepts regarding this. So, here this is a microtubule, आमे घरे देखी बुढ़ियाणी जाल लगी सी बुढ़ियाणी जाल रे बुढ़ियाणी कौन कर गोटे एंड्रु आउ गोटे एंड्रु टक टक करके चलिक पड़ो. आम आज सकाळे पढ़िले इन द प्रीवियस क्लास वी डिस्कस्ड दैट फ्रॉम द साइट ऑफ गोल्गी vesicles moves towards the plasma membrane. Here they do not move by themselves. Here there are protein filaments, these microtubules. मु ए जो गोटा धरी ए वायरटा जदि माइक्रोट्यूबुल हुए ए माइक्रोट्यूबुल उपरे छोटो छोटो सब मेसीन लागुची, very small one, nano range, nano sized proteins, they are attached to or they sit here and they move. Say protein man को has a kinesin, you see here the name kinesin, kinetics means movement. These are the proteins at one end, kinesins are the proteins, they at one end they bind to the microtubule, okay, and at the other end they bind to the vesicle. So, vesicle here it is the first point, this kinesin the protein binds to the microtubule, at the other end it holds the vesicle, then it moves. This movement needs energy. So, kinesin, this protein, just two leg like proteins, it is a motor protein, it hydrolyzes or utilizes ATP and moves, but by moving what it does? Now, it carries vesicle from Golgi to the site of plasma membrane. So, you have to develop this concept. Okay. Similarly, chloroplast, आमे जदि पढ़िबा ए घरटा गोटे cell, from the east side sun is coming and chloroplast is here. If that side light is coming, chloroplast immediately move from this side where light is less to the side where light is more. So, there chloroplast in the similar way being attached to the microtubule kinesin, the chloroplast instead of vesicles being attached to this point, they move from the side where there is dim light to the side where there is bright light. So, intracellular transport, I mean to say intra, that means within the cell, organelles are transported from one side to the other, and this is the rope like structures, the proteins through which they move with the help of kinesin. So, hopefully we have built a concept now. I can tell you what these are. This is a electron micrograph, this is electron micrograph, and this is a computer generated model. We have seen a flagella, we have seen cilia, or we have read this paramecium. Let me go to this slide, then I will come back. This is paramecium, this is paramecium, scanning electron micrograph, paramecia, ciliated protozoa, body sara pura small hair like structures are there, these are called cilia. Similarly, Chlamydomonas, Trypanosoma, they have flagella. So, whether it is flagella which is a long one or many number of cilia present throughout the body, they have the same anatomy. एमानकु जदि सेक्शन करा जाउछि जेमिति कि मोर आंगुठी मोटा हो कि पतला हो आउ जन छोट पिलार आंगुठी आमे जते एनाटॉमी काटंती गोटे स्किन टा बाहरिबो ता तळे किछि मांस बाहरिबो हाड़ मझीटा फंपा थिबो बा सेथरे तार मटेरियल थिबो एनाटॉमी वुड बी सेम. सिमिलरली cilia and flagella when sectioned photograph they give the same anatomy. Okay, let me tell you this one. So, cilia or flagella they have the same anatomy, that is 9+2 arrangement. This 9+2 arrangement is the unique feature of eukaryotes. Definitely in our first class of the difference between prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells, eukaryotes have a 9+2 arrangement of microtubules, but such kind of things are not found in bacteria. So, this is a distinctive feature of eukaryotic cells. Okay. So, what is this 9? Now, 9 doublets you can see this is a microtubule, this is another microtubule. So, 2 microtubules form doublets, this is another doublet, this is another doublet, this is another doublet. Likewise, 9 doublets are there in the periphery and 2 singlets are there in the center, and you can see this is electron micrograph. These proteins could be photographed through electron microscopy. You see the power of transmission electron microscopy. Okay. आकु फोटो उठा जाइछि एठे डेफिनेटली गोटे साइकेल चक्का भलिया लागुछि एवं एटा सेंट्रल हब मझिरे आ एगुरा सब रेडियल स्पोक भलिया लागुछि. यस जदि हम काउंट करंदी 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So 9 spokes they join to 9 doublets in the periphery, and this is the diagram, computer generated diagram to explain this. Now let me tell you what this is. What this is? आमे जदि डॉट को काउंट करंदी एथरे काउंट करिवे एथे 13 टा थिबो. What this single dot is? This one. एमति 1 2 3 4 है कि 13 टा. आमे एबे पा पढिले microtubule. So these are 13 microtubules. 13 microtubules. These are 11 microtubules. Okay. So 11 microtubules which is incomplete, but that is attached to a complete structure. Sorry. So this is a complete microtubule comprising of 13 protofilaments, and this is one incomplete microtubule having around 10 to 11 protofilaments. So now this is one microtubule, this is another microtubule. So this is a doublet, this is another doublet. They are linked to each other by means of nexin protein, and what is important, these doublets are attached to the central sheath by means of radial spokes, and these are complete microtubules. But in the periphery, one is complete microtubule, another is incomplete microtubule, but they form a dimer. So 9 doublets and 2 singlets, they form the anatomy of a cilium or a flagellum, and further they are surrounded by, in the outer, it is the extension of the animal cell plasma membrane. Okay. So, the central structure entirely is axoneme, and it is the axoneme surrounded by the plasma membrane of the animal cell from which it arises. Here I can say cilia jogu animal moves, flagella jogu animal moves. So, cilia and flagella by their own mechanism they propel the organism to move in aquatic medium, watery medium, but that means a cilium plexus, cilium plexus. So, I can say you, sir, flexing, if I do this or like, then I give this breaststroke, then I recover, then I give this breaststroke, then recover. So, for this ATP is needed. I can say you here ATP is also used by these doublets to move. I can tell you in the outer of this complete microtubule there are 5 brown color proteins, 3 in the outer, 2 in the inside, 3 outer side, 2 inside. These are called dynein. You can see somewhere these are dynein. Dyne means unit of force, dyne, D-Y-N-E, dyne, unit of force. So, the protein ro jodi am dekhne P-R-O-T-E-I-N, last dita letter hochi I-N. So, dyne generated by the protein ro I-N, dyne misike eta hochi dynein. So, dynein are the proteins which utilize ATP and generate a force, help the cilia or flagella to beat and the organism to move. Okay. Let me come to this. So, then centrosome is unique to animal cells. Centrosome, cell center, it is present near to the nucleus in animal cells. So, a centrosome comprises of two centrioles, cartwheel like structures and surrounded by amorphous proteins. That constitute the centrosome. Centrosome is unique to animal cells, okay, and present near to the nucleus. Let us look at this, what this is. All are drawings, none is a photograph. This is a Chlamydomonas, unicellular green alga. It is motile, it moves. What enables it to move? These two flagella. So, eita hochi flagellum, this is another flagellum. It is a biflagellated swimming green alga Chlamydomonas, but its base you can see here is a base. So, this is the flagellum, but flagellum has its base as a centriole. Centriole is the basal body and this gives rise to the flagellum. This gives rise to the flagellum, and this is an animal cell. This is an animal cell. Now, this is the centrosome. Centrosome means here two centrioles arranged perpendicular to each other, the red structures perpendicular to each other, and then surrounded by dots. These are gamma tubulins. Microtubule re kon achi na alpha and beta, kintu these dots are gamma tubulin proteins. So, they are amorphous structures surrounding these two, and from there these microtubules radiate. ମୁଁ ଏତିକି କହି ରଖେ centrosome ର function ହେଲା, that is the center from which microtubules originate, forms and spread in different directions. So, at the end let me tell you, the centriole, it is present at the base of cilium or flagellum. Two centrioles surrounded by centrosphere by pericentriole matrix that constitute the centrosome in animal cells, present near to the nucleus. Okay. Again, this red drum like structure consists of this, you see. Each is a microtubule. So, just in a cartwheel manner, 3 at a time. This is one microtubule. ମୁଁ କହିଥିଲି ଗୋଟେ microtubule ର 13ଟା protofilament ଅଛନ୍ତି, ଆମେ ତାକୁ ପଢିଛନ୍ତି, but it is a complete microtubule. Then likewise 3 microtubules in this fashion, another 3, likewise 9. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 peripheral triplets, they are linked to each other to form a cartwheel like structure, and towards the center they are also attached to the protein. And what I mean to say, this 9 plus 0 arrangement, because flagellum ethi catile, if we take the section here, we can find 9 doublets, and in the center there are 2 singlets, 2 protein filaments, microtubules are there, but in this, in the center no microtubules are there, only 9 groups. This is one triplet, this one that is in the red color, so to say, this is one microtubule, this is another microtubule, this is another microtubule. Ether lekha is A, B, C. A is complete, having 13, this is having 11 or 10 protofilaments, this is also 10 or 11 protofilaments, but this one is complete, this is partly complete, okay, incomplete and incomplete, but they constitute a triplet. So, 9 triplets linked by proteins, they give rise to a drum like structure, that is your 9 plus 0 arrangement of triplet of microtubules in a centriole. So, 2 centrioles give rise to a centrosome. So, centrosomes are very important in microtubule formation at the pole region during cell division, as we have seen in the first slide of cytoskeleton. So, already I have shown you this scanning electron micrograph. Okay. The concept we did not know at all in our school time, that is cytoskeleton. I hope with our explanation, photography, drawings, we are in a position to build up a concept that inside the cell certain skeleton exist, and they are made of protein filaments of different types, different thickness, and they are highly dynamic. They change soon, and important is definitely we must have come across pseudopodia in amoeba. Pseudopodia formation, false fruit, thibo gote projection asijibo, but after some time this projection is distracted, absorbed, then pseudopod formation and withdrawal. It is nothing but the function of microfilaments. Okay. So, nowadays we are in a position to understand cellular movements, or within the cell what movements occur, it is mostly due to cytoskeleton. Okay. Hope you will read and reread this chapter with these videos and enjoy this. Thank you all. Thank you.